Hey Cappies, how you doing? It is your girl Dharma here to check up on you for about 7 days or so from whenever you watch this. So, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message for Capricorn for roughly the next 7 days or so. One, whew, two. All right. So, Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's actually a really great card. This is like feeling like, oh, somebody does care. And it feels really like, I almost feel like disbelief. Not only because it's not like a weepy or, I think that Cappies are really, hold on, freezing. Cappies are pretty independent, if you will. And they don't necessarily need people. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but Capricorns have the ability to kind of just like get shit done and go, right? They can get it done or not, whatever. It's just whatever they feel like doing is what's going to happen. But this feels like a surprise, like, oh, like you're gonna hook me up, really? Aw. And it feels a little like, I feel a little bashful maybe. You know how like when somebody does something really nice and you're like, you don't even know what to say? That's kind of what I feel like is happening. Yeah, see, because you have the Queen of Earth. I've been talking about pages are messages and news, knights are offers, queens receive, right? And then this is Earth, this is you. And she's sitting there like, you're giving me what now? And it's like, unexpected abundance, if you will, in whatever manner, right? And so far all we have is Pentacles, so it's probably something tangible. But, you know, even a hug is tangible. If you have felt really lonely and feeling like, and it's not about whether or not people care, but whether or not people are actually around. And then out of nowhere, somebody comes up and just gives you like the best bear hug you've ever had in your life. It's like replenishing. It does replenish the depleted soul. I've been there. The person who did it for me was an Aquarius, and I never, ever, ever expected that, right? And I was just feeling really, really depleted, and this was a while ago, years, and they showed up like at my house. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing at my house? And they were like, come here. And just like, it was just like a crazy bear hug that lasted like a while. And I was like, and then they left. And I went inside and I was like, that was a gift. Like, I felt so good for days. It takes you right out of the thing. I'm not saying that this week the exciting news is Capricorn's getting a hug. That's not what I'm saying. But for some of you, it could be. Could be as simple as that, and it completely takes you from a place of being in Five of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles, or Five of Pentacles, which is poverty, lack, aloneness, outside looking in while everybody's in there, seemingly having a good time, but you're outside. Five of Pentacles in reverse is like someone like snatching you out of that. So however that is for you, that's kind of where we're at, right? Another Pentacle card, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, and this is what I was saying before, the Nine of Pentacles is abundance. It's the ability to kind of do whatever you need to do on your own without, really without anybody else doing it for you. But there she is, blindfolded. And she has a little gift in her hand. You know, whether she picked that gift by herself or whatever. Point is that this could very well be about a job, right? Going from feeling like you are in lack, not having enough cash, whatever, to bam, feeling, what's the word? Abundant, if you will. However that works out. So let's go to the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle and see what we have for the week ahead. Yeah, abundance. You see what I'm saying? This is Lady of the Harvest, right? What is a harvest? A harvest is when you spend all summer going out there and plowing and watering and doing all the farmer stuff, right? And then at the end, you get a big fat harvest. And that is delicious, right? That's this. This is the farmer being hungry all summer, working real, real hard to make the abundance, and then bam, receiving the abundance. Dang, wish I was a Capricorn this week. Ah. However this is going down for, well, there's two ways that I see this. But this is the fairy guidance, right? It's like it's intuition. It's intuition based, kind of like I was saying before, like you get this offer or whatever this is, this gift, I guess. But at the same time, you kind of knew that it was coming. The second thing is by letting go of something on purpose, okay, not being shut out, but by shutting others out, or however, quitting a job, whatever, you then create a blank new slate. And I often talk about with the Lady of the Harvest what it looks like when the harvest is done, right? You have to, and I live on a farm out here, so I watch the farmers do their thing with their big trucks, right? They go out there and they clear it out. I mean, all the shale, the rocks, everything. The whole harvest goes away. And then sometimes they replant the same thing. And then other times they rotate it and they plant something else. And so that's this. I mean, once you have the harvest, like what are you going to do with it? And then this one here, sometimes I call this my blank canvas card, because when you start at like an oil painting, you start with a canvas that's blank and you can turn it into whatever you want. And so that's kind of like what we're doing with this. Like, okay, now that I have this harvest, I can do anything that I want. This week is like full of opportunity and oohs and ahs and what's coming next, and oh shit, I can't believe this just happened to me, and wows, and yeah, see, and then we have the indie who is indecision. What do I do now? I don't know what to do now. These are also two Libra cards, right? Libra, because harvest time is September, October. And then we have the indie, who is a scale, but also stands for indecision, which, you know, Libras are known for that. We can see both sides of the scales. We know why both sides would be really great, but we also know why both sides would be really awful, which still leaves them equal, which means that we can't just pick, because then something that was originally equal becomes unequal, and then we have an unequal scale, and we have to start all the way over from square one, and it's just kind of a nightmare to do anything as a Libra, right? That's not my point. You may have Libra in your chart. My point is that the fact that it's a totally new, fresh start, clean slate, with the ability to kind of do whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's like, what do you do now? What do you do now? Don't ask me. I'm a Libra. I don't know. And if I did know, I'd tell you something different the next day. Okay, so let's just see if anybody else is coming out for Cappies this week. Ah, see? Singer of Initiation. Bam. You passed the test. Whatever it was. This is the initiation. That's kind of what this was too, right? Somebody coming in and being like, yoink. Or like, giving you a chance is a good way to say it, right? And it changes everything. So I want to do an extended on this and see exactly what the chance is that does, in fact, change everything for you. So much so to where you're like, I have so many options, I just don't know what to choose. And then I want to find out what you choose, or what the most collective of you will choose, okay? So that's all I have for you, Cappy. I'm so glad to see you guys for the week. Don't forget to subscribe over here and click the little bell so you'll get notifications for when I upload. And if you want to follow me onto the extended, the link for that is in the description box below. And until next week, you have a goodbye.